What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Raw after WrestleMania review. Usually the funnest night in all of wrestling throughout the entire year. But before we actually get into the Raw after Mania, make sure everybody go check out the WrestleMania 40 Night 1 and Night 2 review, which are uploaded online right now. But with WrestleMania 40 done, this is now the Raw after Mania, and usually a lot of surprises and big things usually happen out of this show, and this is when the crowd usually goes wild throughout the entire night. I believe WWE is smarting up nowadays to the Raw after Mania crowd. So it's been very kind of tame in the past few years, and that is wild and people going to hijack the show at the same time. But they did kick off the show with Triple H coming out there as everybody started to chant for Triple H then, as Triple H went on to say thank you, and I can welcome you to WrestleMania, and now welcome you to Raw. And basically went on talk about how Cody Rhodes came out there then. I know it was once again the set was pretty smaller, given that they've been in Philadelphia for the past few days now, just like with SmackDown, and now on Raw, like I said, they still got a little small set. So they had some type of pyro for Cody right there. Obviously, the man was over. You got the American Nightmare logos everywhere. Cody now being the new WWE champion. He ended up shaking hands with Triple H then and just, holding the title in the air. The crowd goes nuts. Fans chant, "You deserve it." Then Triple H went on, "Hey, man, I want to say congratulations before I leave. And, you deserve it. You beat one of the most incredible title reigns of all time." And they talked about how we opened this new gate for Raw tonight, and even right after WrestleMania ended, some guys at the studio had a very special video package um, for Cody, which I know it's smaller screens, but you have a big Titantron here, so we'll have to find a way to still see it. And they had a video package of Cody. If it was what Andre's Rise Up, and it basically just showed basically his entire history from him being in the company before to leaving to coming back to winning the Royal Rumbles from WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40 to finally beating Roman Reigns for the WWE title from last night. Cody's just crying and just very emotional, which I feel like I've seen enough crying throughout the past 24 hours now at this point. But he's just wiping away tears and end up hugging Triple H again. And, he said, "You deserve it." And he said, "Yo, well, Raw after WrestleMania, Philadelphia, what do you want to talk about?" And he was getting choked up again out there to some extent. And he had Samantha Irvin introduce him as the champion one more time. And that, he said what he was going to do 2 years ago when he came out the Raw after WrestleMania before. He has now made this dream a reality, and he feels like he's on standing on top of a mountain right now. And he talked about Roman Reigns and his title reign, and we don't gotta like him, but we have to acknowledge what he's done, and he's one of the biggest superstars of this generation. Fans chanted, "Thank you, Roman." Then after that, Cody basically talked about, you know, it's a big thing when people you enter into this business, and he talked about one thing he played was his daughter saying Papa finished the story, thanking his daughter also. He basically just, went on to talk about, what's going to now be in line for him as the new undisputed WWE champion. Next thing you know, The Rock came out with his People's Champion belt, and, The Rock's doing his big entrance. Everybody starts chanting Rocky then after that. Then they start chanting Undertaker then. Then they chanted Rocky sucks as The Rock kept trying to say things. He says, The Rock is a lot of things, which he couldn't even get out all the way. Um, which they all started to chant, "Shut the fuck up." I get really tired of them blocking out all the chants, though. That's really annoying, especially when it comes to USA. Uh, but he says, The Rock's a lot of things. Fans chanted asshole then they chanted what several times, and he called everyone trailer park trash, so breaking the record for that. As and it's hard to just tell what they're saying when they gotta keep bleeping out words, but like "you shut the fuck up" and all that stuff. And he says, "Look at that title," he said. And Rock said that there will be no blood spilled here. I'm just here to give you your flowers. You've completed your story. You beat Roman Reigns, and you talked about with the Mama Rhodes belt and all that stuff, and talked about how your dad, your dad was. I was a big fan of your dad. And he's in heaven up there now with his dad. Rocky Johnson was great friends with Dusty and whatnot, and you don't know if he'd be proud of him right now, but he says I don't care, and you got a new belt. Look at that. You got your new WWE title. You got your plates around it and stuff. And Rock, he went on to talk about, yes, this title was given to me by Lani Ali, Muhammad Ali's widow. And listen, there's not gonna be no fireworks, no harm here. And listen, how about I want to hold the title belt, okay? And he says, well, I want to hold your title belt, which was very weird that the fans even chanted, "This is awkward," because it's like, I want to touch your belt. I want to touch your belt. Like, you want to let me hold your title? Let me hold your title. So yeah, like feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah, it really feels good. Feels good holding the title. And then they trade their belts back with each other. And Rock says, I got to go away for a little bit. All right. So, I don't want to leave because I made wrestling cool again, which honestly, he really has done a great job and made this feud. Literally, if it wasn't for The Rock right now, this feud wouldn't be as interesting as it is, especially for the shows. Ever since he came back, he's probably one of the biggest things back on TV in general. And he said he made wrestling cool again, along with Cody. But he told you to remember, I will be back. And champion or not, I'm coming for you. Cody says, I look forward to it. And, it's one thing you need to know, okay? Because Rock, he went on to say, yes, you beat Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. Less than 24 hours ago, you did it. All right? And that story's over. But he went on to say, like, our story has just begun. Cody says, yes, you are the boss, TKO board of directors and all that. And you are the literal boss, but I am still the champion, he went on to say. I am their champion, and I'm your champion. And Rock just nodded his head. Yes, you are the world champion right now. That is true. But before I go off into the sunset and everything, I just want you to, like, I guess he took something out of his pocket and gave it to Cody. I thought he was going to shake his hand. And basically, whatever he gave to him, Cody didn't open his hand, and he says, don't you ever break my heart again. If you smell what the final boss is cooking. So this was a 45-minute segment, by the way. This was 45 minutes of the show. And this is probably the best thing out of the whole show till after, which is still some bright spots after the show, too. I'm going to get into that. But I just think it's kind of funny that I think we won't see The Rock till SummerSlam, and he will come back after Cody. So, yes, The Rock's got to go away for a while, maybe make a movie or two, whatever his schedule is, and he will be back, which I believe by SummerSlam. So, yes, The Rock is going away, and I'm sure Roman is too. So, when will we see them again? I don't know. But it's going to go away for a while. But obviously, it's going to lead into something with Cody and Rock. And, it's going to be a big match, which I still think is SummerSlam. The Rock did pin Cody, and, the night before WrestleMania 40 Night 2. So, with him even beating Cody, he will get a title shot at some point. So, there you go. They announced the draft will be coming back. I guess they're going head to head with the NFL draft. Good luck to that in the ratings. But the draft, I'm not going to get into the draft because I feel like I make myself look stupid talking about the draft half the time because, like, the draft only is intact for, like, 3-4 weeks until everybody just starts popping up on everybody's show, which wouldn't surprise me again, so I really should not take the draft seriously anymore at this point. NXT champion Ilya Dragunov went against Shinsuke Nakamura. Not much of a call-up, I'll say, given that he's still the champion, but it was nice to see Ilya Dragunov. He's not the first NXT person we saw throughout the night. Right after that, Judgment Day was in the ring as they introduced both Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Damian Priest being the new world champion. Rhea still retaining her women's title. So, Priest got in the ring. Fans chanted, "You deserve it." He says, "You're damn right I do." And now, the Terror Twins, we are champions here. We run the show. This is a new era for Judgment Day. And as they held up their title belts, R-Truth just ran in. The lost member of Judgment Day himself is the tag team champion. And Truth just went on, we all got titles right now, man. I'm one half of the tag team champions. Miz came out, which I swear to God, he got no reaction when he came out there. But Miz says, listen, we're the tag team champions. Awesome Truth, okay? And Miz had to pull Truth to the side and like, listen, okay, we're going against them. And Truth, like, hey man, there's three of us too. And he says, are you talking about little Jimmy? And he says, I don't know, man. You can't see me on this one. It's which I'm sure we all know who this is going to be in general. So it ended up being a 3-on-2. We thought the person was going to come out now, but Judgment Day ended up attacking him. So it was Finn Balor, Dominic, and JD McDonough went against Awesome Truth. But throughout the match, it ended up with John Cena coming out there. Big pop for Cena. Which I guess he stuck around one more night because we know this guy can't really do nothing right now, given he has movies and Peacemaker season 2 to film, so he can't afford to get hurt. But Cena basically came out there. He did his 5 moves of doom, hit the FU. Everybody does a 5-knuckle shuffle and all that, and they all win the match. So John Cena, it was definitely cool to see here. Like I said, we saw him last night at WrestleMania get his payback on Solo Sikoa, and now Cena did his 5 moves of doom. So, like I said, this guy's got stuff to film, so he can't afford to get hurt. But it was still cool to see John Cena, and he needs to go back to the buzz cut. But I guess he keeps his hair because of Hollywood right now. Um, right after that, Dominic talked about he didn't think John Cena was going to come out there. Ripley was helping him. Next thing you know, Liv Morgan ended up attacking her with a chair and trying to beat her up before security basically pulled her away. They end up going to Indy Hartwell already in the ring, who went against Roxy right there, the new NXT Women's Champion. Obviously, Roxy's still doing her, heel gimmick right now, and I know Candice is trying to be a heel and whatnot too, because she ended up pulling Roxy's foot throughout the match, but Indy didn't want her to do it. Roxy ended up hitting the pop rocks for the win. So, I guess they're gonna have Candice end up turning on Indy for not going along with the program with her. And like I said, Roxy's already a heel, so she's still trying to get that whole heel gimmick as it is over right now. So, not bad, short and sweet. Um, Sami Zayn was headed to the ring. He ended up saying what up to Jey Uso, saying my dog, and they did their handshake stuff. Roxy, I guess, was walking around, so Natalia basically says, I'll see you tomorrow night. I guess she's gonna be facing her for the title. Natalia, man, that push-up bra is doing wonders. I'll say that. But yeah, right after that, um, Sami Zayn came out. Everybody singing along to his theme song and all that. And Sami Zayn said, he's done some historic things at WrestleMania, but one thing he wanted to do, he did historic again, and he made history. He took away Gunther's 666-day title reign, and he says, I beat him. Fans started singing the Olay song after that, and he's got a lot of help from all the fans, or just a lot of help from a lot of people, just Kevin Owens and Chad Gable and all that. Imperium came out then wanting to take out Sami Zayn. We want that title and everything, and called everybody in Philadelphia, peasants and all that. They surrounded the ring until Chad Gable ended up coming out there then, which was about to lead into a tag match. One thing also before we get into this, Sheamus is coming back to WWE. They had a vignette for him. We haven't seen Sheamus since August of last year when he faced Edge in his final WWE match for going to AEW. So, yeah, it's been a good few months now since we've seen Sheamus. Good to see him coming back. Sami Zayn and Chad Gable went against Imperium, so no surprise from there who won that match. Um, Sami Zayn ended up walking up to Gable later on throughout the night, basically telling him, like, next week, Intercontinental title in Sammy's hometown of Montreal. So, yeah, we'll see what's going to happen there. All the general managers were in the back. Aldis, Pierce, and Ava there. Basically talking about the draft coming up, and Chelsea Green saying she wants a match. And Pierce says, yes, you got a match coming up next. Which Jade Cargill, basically a squash match right here. Jade came out there, hit the Jaded for the win after a pump kick. So, yeah, Jade, just making one more appearance, I guess. So, squash match, I knew that was going to happen. Um, Drew McIntyre basically came out with his fatal 4-way match. I thought they said it was an elimination match, but it was Drew McIntyre, not Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, Bronson Reed, and Ricochet, which honestly only 2 of these people are really going to win this match anyways. But Drew came out there and he talked about what happened in WrestleMania. Last night was BS. He talked about his title reign was like 5 minutes and it lasted longer than half these people do in bed. And he says he may not like Seth Rollins, but he respects Seth Rollins for what he did and that there were warriors out there. He talked about the bondage, Undertaker, Damian Priest saying, like, I am coming for you. I am taking my title back. That this is the second time I've been cashed in on the Money in the Bank briefcase, and say he's a transitional champion. He talked about CM Punk calling him a prick. He says, I am coming for you. He says it's going to be on site. Your whole body's weak anyway, so you're not gonna make it past me. And next thing you know, the fatal four way ended up happening, which was a really good fatal four way. I will say that. I feel like it was either gonna be between Drew or Jay, but I think they want to wait with Drew. I think Drew may be winning that title back at Scotland when they do Clash at the Castle, so I can understand right now. I know Ricochet ended up doing a big 450 splash, which it looks like he hit the table more than he hit Bronson Reed, so pretty brutal stuff, which the fans did chanting holy shit after that. But Drew ended up taking out Jay with the future shot DDT. He was setting up for the Claymore kick, but next thing you know, CM Punk ended up showing up then, grabbing Drew's leg. Um, Jey Uso ended up hitting like a kick on him then after that. He hit him with the splash then. And now Jey Uso is the new number one contender to go against Damian Priest, which I don't think Damian Priest will lose this match anyways. You know, Jey Uso's popular right now. And then again, this was a better match to make up for that very bad match they did at WrestleMania between him and Jimmy. So this was way better here. So, yeah, basically capitalizing off of that momentum and, you know, Jay being very popular right now. So, yeah, excuse me, he's getting his shot next. And the Drew and CM Punk feud obviously continues. Don't know how healthy Punk is right now, but I think we may be seeing that match very, very soon. So yeah, CM Punk ended up screwing over Drew McIntyre again. Overall, honestly, the whole Raw after Mania thing, you know, I've seen better ones. The opener for what it was is 45-minute segment. It was still good with Cody and The Rock out there. And even the little surprise appearances we got from people, you know, John Cena, you know, popping back up, and a couple of NXT people here too. Not a call up from NXT. It would have been good if Trick came out there. I feel like the crowd would have went nuts if it was Trick Williams. But you know, still good to see Dragunov and Roxy out there, and even Jade making, you know, a quick squash match too. But yeah, I kind of feel like after you know, Rock and Cody, everything else was just kind of, I don't know. It just kind of came and went by, especially when you're doing a segment for 45 minutes. So, you know, it wasn't bad, but once again, I've seen way better Raw after Manias. I just kind of missed the chaos of it and fans hijacking the show. But like I said, WWE smartened up to this nowadays. Like, it was fun for like the first hour or two, but yeah, it kind of faded away pretty quick, if in my opinion. So it was still good though. Other than that, what do you think about this Raw after Mania? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you enjoy it? Hell, did you enjoy WrestleMania itself for the past two nights? Because definitely night two wins by default. Check that out in the review that's uploaded online right now. So yeah. But other than that, that's my review of the Raw after WrestleMania. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodNight890. Like this video and hit that notification bell. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys then. Peace out.